2017, which was the inspiration for the book. I had been consulting with business owners and leaders for about 13 or 14 years at that time. Really tried to practice what I preached, but was in a season of life where I wasn't practicing what I preached. I was tired. I was experiencing some pretty significant health challenges. We had 4 preteen teenagers and some businesses that were kind of still struggling to get off the ground. And I remember leaving work one day, September of 2017, and the words that I said were, "I'm so glad it's Friday, at least it can't get worse than this." And I came home and sat in the car taking one last call. Everything seemed normal, but I just felt like something needed to change. My husband Rob and I were going to spend the weekend getting life in order. And so I was really looking forward to that reset. Suddenly my daughter came out screaming that I had to come quick because something was wrong with Dad. And I just knew instantly that life had changed. I walked in and saw that my husband had unexpectedly passed away from undiagnosed heart disease. So that was my wake-up call, because I was 320 pounds on 5 medications, tired, not in a place where my business, I could step away, 4 kids that needed me to stabilize. And so I turned to what I knew, which was the tools and resources we had been using, helping business leaders and companies make change, and just started to apply them. And within less than 12 months time, I had lost over 100 pounds. I had turned the businesses around and stabilized things for my kids. And so my heart with Unstoppable was to really get those tools and resources out to more business leaders. They were really foundational in my life and continue to be. You know, so often when we want to change, we want the right conditions for change. So we spend so much time spinning that we just don't get started. When I was writing the book, I found research that showed that 90% of people who are told they're going to die still don't make the changes they need to be able to live. The domino effect is this fascinating phenomenon that physicists found in 2001. And what it was is, you know, you take one little domino and you knock it over, and progressively has the power and momentum to knock over a domino double its size. And that one intentional act sets off the domino effect. You don't have to make major change, you just have to do one thing. That second key is to have the right mindset around change. We think change is hard, but when you understand that not changing is harder, we change our mindset, which is wired for positivity, to believe that that change can happen. And once we've done that, then it's about just getting off go, taking that first step, regardless of a plan, regardless of knowing what it's going to do, just saying, what can I do today? And making that first step. And the final key is acting as if. And that is having a plan, starting to envision what your desired outcome is, starting to make those declarations, bringing that vision for the plan into today so that your brain and your body starts to believe that change can happen and starts to imagine and live it in today. As I've been knocked down more times than I'd like in my life, I just know that getting back up is going to be much greater than where I was before. We're going to continue to share stories on this podcast, but also on our website. We have 90-day Unstoppable challenges for people who just feel stuck and need to have a group, because sometimes it's hard to change alone. And so we want to have a group of people coming together. So there's something for all of you who have different ways of changing and different support networks for change. And we want to hear your stories. So whether you've read Unstoppable or navigated the change or not, we want to hear your big stories of change, because we want to help celebrate you for taking that first step, getting off go, acting as if, and making the big change.